What's going on, guys? Freight Skater back again. I just want to say, you're here at Prime. You've hit your 6 to 9 month mark. You're ready to start training. You want to do it for the money? It's not worth it. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? Freight Skater back again. I got my main man, my brand new trainee, Shamar Thompson. What's going on, Shamar? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. So
all right, man. So how you liking everything at Prime so far? First of all,
Prime is actually a really good company. I tried other companies. I'm not gonna state their names. They didn't want to accept me. They always asking a whole bunch of questions, backgrounds. But Prime took me up as soon as possible, and I came out about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did PSD'd here, right?
Yes. I trifected. My trainer was Tim Taylor. I trifected with him.
Tim Taylor, he's giving you a shout out.
Yes, for sure. And I've been home for about a month. That's why I emailed you to come pick me up. So I've been watching YouTube videos for about 4 months. You came and picked me up down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then we've been on the road ever since.
Yep.
And it's been pretty good.
And it kind of actually was crazy the way we got him too, because it all happened on a stroke of a second. Picking Shamar up, because I was actually supposed to have the wife on the truck, and she's actually postponed it till Thanksgiving, her getting on the truck. So anyways, it worked out great. It was kind of like God led me there to Shamar. I saw his email, wife postponed, we had a load dropping in Fort Lauderdale, so it worked out fantastic. Guys, this video is not about me and Shamar. It's really about you wanting to be a trainer. Okay, and at the beginning of the video, you saw where I said it's not worth the money. All right, training is not worth the money. Okay, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There's not enough money in this world for you to do it just for money. Okay, that's the God's honest truth, and we're gonna go through the reasons why it's not worth the money. As a trainer for Prime, okay, a TNT trainer, you're gonna have sacrifices, risks, and responsibilities of a trainer, okay? And what are those? Like, when you start thinking about it, what actually are these sacrifices, risks, and responsibilities? Number one, the first one, you're trusting your life with a complete stranger from day one, okay? Unless you PSD'd them, okay, you actually got them their CDL, you were their PSD instructor. When I met Shamar, first time I ever talked to him was on the phone the day before, or 2 days before, I believe it was. Come pick him up in Fort Lauderdale. He doesn't know me, I don't know him. Obviously, he knows me enough, knows enough about me, besides the YouTube, that I'm a trainer with Prime. I've been here a number of years, and obviously I must be doing something okay because I'm still actually doing my job. So he has a little bit of trust initially with me, but for me, I have to trust him 100% out the gate. So guys, think about that. Your life, you have families to go home to, you got children to go home to, wives to go home to. You're trusting your life with this individual 100%, okay, from day one. You're constantly having to consider not only yourself and your wants and needs and likes and dislikes, you have to consider somebody else's now. You have to be considerate. Even though this is your truck as a trainer, Shamar's not gonna get in the truck and I'm not gonna say, hey man, I don't want to put your shoes there. Hey man, you don't need to put your bag there. Hey man, you don't need to do this. Oh, you like having a drink up here while you drive? No, we're not going to do that. That's not it. No, you have to constantly be considered. When Shamar gets up, if he's got to use the restroom, hey, guess what, guys? I got to pull over and let him use the restroom. It's a common need. It's a common want. You have to take each other into consideration. Okay, you as a trainer are responsible for this experience that these trainees have. Your comfortability and space is compromised completely, okay? You have another human being that has to have stuff in here. He has to have somewhere to sleep. He has to have his own area, okay? So usually if you'd like to have your cab curtains closed and get up in the morning and sleeping butt naked, guess what? That doesn't happen anymore. Because I'm pretty sure Shamar doesn't want to see me butt naked, and I really don't want to see him butt naked. No privacy. If I have a phone conversation or Shamar has a phone conversation, guess what? You can pick up on things, not meaning to eavesdrop. You're in an 8x8 box. There is no privacy. You know, you want to lay down, take a nap or something, guess what? You're probably going to hear the other person driving while they're driving. You're probably going to hear the other person if they stop, do something, open, close the doors. It's just the way it is. There is no true privacy on this truck while you're training. Not all trainees are created equal, just like not all trainers are created equal. Some people just don't mesh together. Now, me and Shamar are getting along pretty good. We haven't had any issues so far. It's been like, we're about to start our 4th day together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're doing great. Everything's good. Doesn't mean that it might not change. Maybe I do something Shamar doesn't like and he's really upset with it. Maybe he does something that I don't like and I'm upset with it. Guys, this is a huge thing because we come in as trainers and we actually feel like, you know, everybody is gonna like what we're doing. Everybody's gonna like that we're training, how we're training. Don't count on that money, okay? I've had trainees dump me off at truck stops while I was asleep, get out of the truck, leave the key in the seat, doors unlocked and everything while I was sleeping. And I had no clue what happened until I woke up. I've had trainees get to the terminal and bail. I've had trainees that say they want to do flatbed last 2 days. I got to take them back to the terminal. Don't count on that extra money. It's part of training, okay? And guess what? When I have to turn around and take a trainee back, it's on me. If I'm on a team load and a trainee bails during the load, it's on me. I've got to make that work now. So guys, don't count on that extra money as a given. No matter what, when you're TNT training, the truck moves constantly. There's very little downtime. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. Shamar and I are on a load right now for our weekend. We're gonna grab a load here in Missouri and head over to California for the weekend. It's not really bad. It's like 1,900 miles for the weekend, so it's pretty easy peasy load for us. So we actually have a few minutes to actually shoot this video. But guess what, guys? We don't always have that kind of time. We're just very lucky today. So be prepared to hustle and bustle all the time. Sometimes when you go to take showers, you got to take a 30-minute break, take a shower, because it's so fast-paced out here as team training. You're not going to be running a true team truck for a while until after your first when your first trainee gets on the truck. They got to get comfortable. They got to learn and just take it solo for a little bit, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Try not to run these heavy-duty, hard team runs where it's going to put you out on the road 1,200 miles every 24 hours. Don't do that, guys. I'm telling you, you can't put that stress and that kind of expectations on them. It's always safety first as well. I truly believe a team truck is only as strong as its least experienced driver, which is obviously your trainee. It's your job as a trainer to turn around and give your trainees the experience that you have in the best way possible that you can, and as quickly as you can. These trainees only have 30,000 miles or maybe more, you know, depending on the situation, to get all this experience that you have. Every day counts, okay? Take time with them. Actually let them get comfortable and used to the way things operate. Show them the basics first. Don't overwhelm them completely and be like, well, I already told you once, that's it. No, take time with them. Shamar's fresh out of PSD, okay? The PSD a month ago got his CDL. But he's just now getting comfortable driving the truck in his own way. Okay, you cannot expect your trainees to come straight out of PSD, jump in the truck, run 600-mile days. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Take time with your trainees, okay? Make sure that they feel comfortable, they understand how you expect them to operate your vehicle, okay? And they understand your expectations from them as your trainee. Trainers, guess what? You're not gonna get a full 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single time that you swap shifts. It's your responsibility as the trainer to turn around and be available for your trainee when they need you. Guess what? If they get in a sticky situation, they've got to set the brakes, set the hazards, wake you up. You got to be up. You got to help them. That's your responsibility. That's what you signed up for, okay? If you're getting loaded or unloaded and it's their shift, guess what? You need to be up. Make sure, even if the trainee wants to do that load by themselves, even if they say, hey, I want to challenge myself, can I do this one by myself? You have to be there to review it, make sure that load is secured safely, it's secured in the right manner, not only just DOT, but how you want it secured, how you do your loads, and double check everything. Because ultimately, it's not your trainee's responsibility, it's your responsibility. Make yourself available when they need you. You are, as a trainer, you are in a lease trainer at that, okay? You are completely liable for any and everything the trainee does. Accidents, claims, even citations. If your trainee gets a citation for some reason that involves another vehicle, say an accident, failure to maintain lane, unsafe lane change, yada yada, etc., guess what? That's a claim you got to pay. You have to file what's called a macro 38. You have to pay a claim on that until the investigation clears the trainee of fault. Okay, but if they get a citation, that's a whole different story. So it's a lot of process. I mean, you can easily lose $1,000 like that. That extra money that you're counting on, gone in one little blink of an eye. If your trainee totals your truck and you're a lease op or owner op, guess what? You lose out on that. You lose out on your truck. You lose out on your end of lease completion bonus. You will not gain anything if that truck gets totaled. If it's a bad enough accident, you will be blessed to be getting out of that accident with your life. So guys, that's another huge thing. If no matter what happens, it's your responsibility as a trainer, not your trainees. You're gonna have extra fuel, oil, tires, maintenance, and additional wear and tear on your truck twice as fast. This truck averages 4,300 miles a week, average for the last 63 weeks, okay? It's a lot of miles every single week consistently, and that's including home time weeks. So there's a lot of weeks we run over 5,000 miles. Guys, you have to take that into account. Your truck is going to need things way faster, twice as fast as a solo, almost twice as fast, okay? So guys, be prepared for that. That maintenance adds up, that fuel adds up, that oil adds up. It really does. So you have to look at that. That's another expenditure. That overhead starts getting higher and higher as you're training. I talked a little bit about those deductibles that could come out because of an accident, okay? Well, get this. Comparing just solo revenue to training revenue as a lease op or owner op, you're talking about $1,000 to $1,500 average more revenue to your truck that can be lost with just one claim or deductible per week. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw some numbers out here for you. Okay, and this is I'm not ashamed of these numbers. I'm not doing it to brag. This is not anything like this. I'm doing this for realism for you guys. Okay, for the past 63 weeks of my current lease, my gross to my truck has been $7,456.51 per week. Now my net take home before taxes has been $3,522.53 per week. That's all weeks, bad weeks, good weeks, home time weeks. That's for the last 63 weeks of this lease with Tom, okay? That's the money, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. God forbid I go to sleep, Shamar has an accident, okay? One accident with my tractor. Okay, if nobody else is involved, say, and no property damage is done. Say he hits a concrete pole that doesn't budge and tears the right side of my truck up, backing up, okay? Guess what, guys? $1,000, boom. So that $3,500 average you're counting on that week knocks it down to $2,500, okay? Solo guys make $2,500 all the time.
As lease?
Oh yeah, as lease, definitely, yeah. I have plenty of friends in here at Prime that make $2,500 a week, all the time. You know, and that's not every week, but they will. They'll clear $2,000, $2,500, sometimes close to $3,000. It's not unheard of. It's not their average, but it's not unheard of, okay? So you knock your average down pretty quick with one deductible claim. Now, as a lease owner op trainer, you're responsible for Prime's guaranteed wage, okay? I've got to pay Shamar to be here. Okay, it's not my guarantee, but that's what I signed up for when I signed to train. As a lease owner op trainer, you're responsible for Prime's guaranteed wage to the students as long as they are linked to your truck. That means your trainee is not available for any other dispatch other than yours, your truck. Prime has recently raised the guarantee for trainees from $700 to $900 a week per week gross. All right, Prime can continue to raise this at any time, and you're 100% responsible for that guarantee, whether you make revenue or not, okay? these trainees are going to get paid no matter what. And you as a lease op have agreed to pay them that guarantee. As a lease op or owner op, you have no guarantee for your revenue. Okay? If they're on your truck and they're hooked to your truck, you're on the hook for that money. So you have to pay them. Okay? So along with their wages, you also pay your trainees workman's comp, their employee wellness, their FICA, and their SUTA. This totals up to just over $1,100 a week. Okay? It's extra overhead for you as a whole as an operator. All right, flatbed division does get reimbursed a small amount for training. It's 8 cents per mile for all dispatch miles. But remember this, less miles equals less reimbursement, with you still responsible for the total wage and benefits cost. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick example here. My total trainees revenue cost to me is $1121.84 a week. If we ran the 4,300 mile average that my truck averages per week, dispatch miles, not actual miles, okay, you got 4,300 times 8 cents a mile equals $344 worth of reimbursement. So subtract $344 from $1,121.84. Every single week at the average 4,300 miles, you're on the hook for an extra $777.84 cost to you, okay, as a flatbed division. If you're any other division, you're on the hook for $1,121.84 to you, okay? You got to think about that. That's extra overhead on top of fuel, truck payment, APU, all that stuff. Guess what, guys? The money's just dwindling away, okay? It doesn't take much to take that extra money, extra revenue that you're making to your truck and wipe it out, all right? Now, on average, your solo trucks are going to revenue $1,800 to $2,500 per week, average, okay? Anywhere in between that spectrum, okay? 1,800 as a low, 2,500 as a high, okay? That's if you're running your business correctly. If you're watching your fuel, you're in all of these scenarios, these averages are watching your fuel, you're actually being efficient with your time, you're running your recaps right, you're not having to, run 65 everywhere. Everything adds up. Efficiency equals profitability, okay? That's all that matters. Team trucks, you're going to be looking at anywhere between $2,500 to $3,500 average per week, okay? At the beginning of the video, I told you that the money is not worth it. If you're going to train, the money is absolutely not worth the training. You need to do it for the love of giving that knowledge back, okay? All you're going to do is, if you come out here and you're fighting for the money, all you're going to do is you're going to give yourself extra stress to try to strive for higher revenue to cover your extra overhead. That's all it is. Guys, everything always doesn't work out. Last week for me was rough. I mean, it really was. And I didn't have the great week that I have been having. Didn't have the bombshell week, and I was pretty upset about it. But guess what? This week's a new week. We're going to start fresh. We're going to knock it out. We're going to get down that road, and we're going to do our very best. But guess what? The negative energy that can emit from you as an operator shows how and why you're here doing this. It shows what you're here for. Okay? I could have pitched a fit. Shamar was here for yesterday. We had an issue with after dropping our load and getting dispatched, and I could have pitched a fit. I could have went crazy and got mad and threw stuff around and did all that stuff. But Shamar was sitting right here, and I just told him, I said, man, I said, I just gotta trust. I gotta just trust the system. I gotta, I don't like this. I'm not with it, but we're just gonna roll with it. I mean, I don't want to do this, what we're about to do. I don't want to go get this certain load. I don't want to, fight for what I'm wanting, but I'm just going to trust that system and roll with it. And every day is not going to be the best day that you're going to have, okay? But what you bring to the table as a trainer means more to him, means more to your trainees than it ever will to you. Because you're out here all the time. You're doing this all the time. Don't get complacent and feel like that how you are is not going to reflect to your trainees. Do it because you love it, okay? That's what matters the most, okay? When you're happy, they're going to be happy. So guys, do it because you love it. Don't do it for the money, because guys, the money's not going to make you happy, okay? The only thing that's going to make you happy, the money's a bonus, all right? Don't get me wrong. That's all it is. It's a bonus. The extra money, the extra revenue that you can make, okay? And the revenue's good, okay? Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't mean it's worth it. It's not worth risking your life for, okay? It's not worth risking their lives for. And it's not worth giving them a bad impression on how you are as a trainer. The last thing you want to do is run him off your truck because you're miserable. You know, I mean, that's the way it is. And we're all going to have our good and bad days. There's no lie about that. Shamar might wake up tomorrow and be like, you know, man, I'm just not feeling it today, Will. I don't know what to do, bro. I'm just not feeling it. Guess what? Now's your time to shine as a trainer. Now's your time to say, bro, I promise you, man, all days aren't like this. It's not, you know, feed that positive energy towards your trainees. Give them a reason to want to be where you're at. That's the biggest thing right there. And I hate it that we are so confined in a space. You know, when my wife calls or something, or one of the kids are crying or something, you know, that conversation is potentially overheard. You know, I don't want to stress out my trainees anymore by them thinking that I have some kind of issue. And just like I don't want to feel like, you know, they're having an issue being on the truck, or an issue here at Prime, and me feel uncomfortable hearing their conversations. But guys, you're here together. And I always tell my guys all the time, if you have an issue, please come to me. You know, if we can't fix it, we'll go figure out where we need to go fix it together. So, Shamar, you got any takes on that? Anything at all? No comments, anything? Any advice to any new trainees coming into Prime, like coming in to get their CDL at all? Nope. So you're on your own. Shamar said it right there. It is what it is. So
no, nothing came to mind. You pretty much hit it on the spot though. So that's basically it.
Is there anything, like, as far as like your journey in to Prime, like, have you seen anything that you were just like, well, why, you know, I wish they would have done this, or I wish they would have done that? Or has everything just been kind of like, man, this is cool, I can deal with this, I'm good with it, I like it?
Yeah, everything been good up towards the lease part, because I was planning on going lease.
Right.
Instead of company, but because I had to make my own decision, run how I want to run.
Right.
Take my own days off. But then you have an issue with dispatch, and then it kind of throws me off, because I don't really want to deal with dispatch.
Right.
You've been a veteran with the company, you're good record and everything, and I'm just fresh out, getting my own truck, brand new.
Right.
And then I have to deal with dispatch. I'm not going to know how to really respond or handle the situation.
Right.
So I'm basically stuck. I can't really make a decision on where I want to go, if I still do want to go to lease. But right now I'm kind of headed towards going company.
Right.
Just to avoid the entire stress, because I already know it's already stressful being a lease, because you have to make a revenue for the truck payments every week.
Right.
And then you have more stress dealing with dispatch. So
yeah, and I did just do a video right before I picked you up about denying loads and stuff. Now, we talked a little bit about that, and we'll go ahead and touch base on it right now since Shamar brought it up. Having problems with getting the loads that you want, or getting where you're trying to get to. With Prime System, it is, like I said, you have the load selection, but like our load selection didn't pull anything up for us the other day, and we were going back and forth. It was getting a little aggravating, as far as like, just kind of like, man, why weren't we pre-planned? Why weren't we this? Why aren't we getting this load? Because we're trying to get another short one to push over for overnight, you know. But obviously we're not trying to haul 80 cent a mile freight. You know, and the thing about it is, guys, is you're not always going to get what you want. And I should have relayed this better to Shamar, because if he still wants to go lease, I want him to go lease. It's not that you can't be successful. It's that there's a system in play, and you kind of got to go with that flow sometimes. Now, if your company, for sure, you have no choice. You can't deny any loads. It doesn't matter. If they want to give you a 200-mile load for the day, you got to take it. And guess what? Company is all based on miles. So if you're getting low miles, you're not getting no money. And if you're getting low revenue on lease side, you're not getting no money. But Prime really does do a good job of averaging everything out, lining everything out. Is it a perfect system? Of course not. Nothing is. Do you have to haggle to get where you need to be for your week or that day? Of course you do. But guys, it's our responsibility as trainers to emanate our best experience to them. Okay? So I don't lie to Shamar. I'm not going to tell him everything's all rainbows and unicorns over here on the lease side. You're gonna just love it. It's just fantastic. No, but the experiences that I experience here, obviously he's here with me. He's gonna experience them too. And at that point, it's the trainees' decision what they want to do. All you can do is positively reinforce how your experience is going and tell them, positively what to look forward to. If you go around griping and are negative and stuff like that all the time, guess what, guys? Your trainee's going to be negative. And eventually they're probably not going to want to keep driving with you. So it's going to get to that point where they're just going to be like, man, this guy hates his life. I'm going to hate it too. I don't want to be here anymore, I'm out. So that's one of those things as well, guys. It's good to actually think about before you actually start doing it. If you are thinking about training just because of the money, I'm begging you, please dig deep into your soul and ask yourself, do I love to teach? Do I love to share knowledge? Do I love to give back to the industry? Would I love to make an impression on another human being for the industry? That's what you need to do. You don't need to do it for the money, guys. It's not worth the money. The money is not worth your life. But the love of teaching, the love of sharing knowledge, that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes it so special, being able to do this. Not only that, the networking itself, being able to meet Shamar. I mean, Shamar, you're from, your family's Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
From Jamaica? Yeah, that's a whole different culture. That's amazing to know somebody like him now. I mean, and forever. I'm going to get to try Jamaican food, guys, eventually. I know this is going to happen now. So see, this would not be possible without him. See? So, I mean, I'm super stoked. So, guys, that networking is amazing. You build these friendships, you build these relationships. It comes with time, and just with that, everybody's not going to like everybody, and everybody's not going to get along. But if you get the job done and you stay professional, that's what really matters, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're not out here to train to make friends. You're out here to train to give somebody else the knowledge that you have about the industry so they can be successful and safe in the industry as well. That's what it's really all about, guys. It's not about money at all. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, guys. If it's your first time joining the channel, please don't forget to like, sub, and share the channel. Get that knowledge out there, guys. If you're thinking about coming to Prime or you're just thinking about coming to the industry, period, share the channel. Get that knowledge out there, guys. We're always posting stuff, and that's what it's all about, is sharing the knowledge, sharing the experience, and getting you guys, the best, most up-to-date, true facts about whatever's going on out here that I can give you. So thank you so much, Shamar, for being here, dude. I'm so happy to have you on the truck. I'm looking forward to your 30,000 miles, and I'm ready for you to be beasting this flatbed thing, man. So Shamar, the first day, he was like, man, this seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. The tarping kind of threw it off of me at first.
Right. Did you work before you came out here? Did you work anywhere really? Okay,
I did welding.
You did what?
Welding.
Welding? Okay. Did you do MIG weld, stick weld, arc weld?
TIG.
You did TIG? Yep. TIG's some clean weld. I like TIG weld. So yeah, man, follow us. I'm sure Shamar's going to be in some more videos. We got some more coming out. Plenty of ideas. If you have an idea for a video that you'd like to see, leave them in the comments below, guys. And we'll get to that. We'll review that idea and see if that's actually something that we can actually get done for you. Because I'm all about interacting with you guys. I do my very best to do that. So I really enjoy it. So bottom line, stay safe. God bless. Freight Skater and Shamar out. I think I did Shamar. Like this, Shamar.
That's been cool.
Stay safe. God bless. Freight Skater and Shamar out, guys.